Community Connectors started a wee bit of time ago. We were looking across the country at different models of support. We looked at the link worker support in Glasgow, and we've got our own local area coordinators. And we worked with people to say, well, what would that look like in East Ayrshire? And we worked closely with the CVO, with Caroline, to actually look at how we would bring that in. And, you know, we've had a really successful programme commissioning through, you know, the CVO to bring our own model of Community Connectors here to East Ayrshire.
I'm Caroline Scott and I work for the CVO in East Ayrshire, where I'm the third sector strategic lead for health and social care integration. That's working with all the GP practices. We have 8 Community Connectors. They came into post in August 2015 and have been operational since October 2015. And to date we've had 1,502 referrals into the service.
There are people with complex needs go to every GP practice in East Ayrshire. Some other models focus very much on, you know, areas of the highest need, but that then meant that people who went to GP practices in other areas missed out. So we decided that right from day one we would try and support every one of our GP practices, and that's pretty unique.
The process of the referral is when the GP has someone who thinks would benefit from the Community Connector. It's a written referral and the GP would write, you know, do the referral on paper. This would then go through. Mary has a box in the reception area which she would pick up and then make contact with the patient. All the patient details would be on the referral. I mean, one of the patients in particular who have been coming into the GP week in, week out, they now don't actually, she doesn't actually come in to see the GP really regularly at all because she's been in contact with Mary.
My name is Dr Mutaz Amin. I'm one of the GPs at the Tanyard and Muirkirk Medical Practice. I find it very beneficial. I've referred a few patients that are kind of requiring help to engage a bit more in the community. So people that are having trouble with their benefits, people are having problems with kind of getting help with their clinic appointments and things like that. So I've referred patients to start with, and in fact now lately I have had a couple of patients coming in to me asking to be referred because kind of more people are aware of how good and helpful the service has been.
It's been quite beneficial. I feel it's beneficial. I use it quite regularly, referring them patients to the Community Connector. It's good for me because I don't need to keep up to date with all the available services. So the Community Connector's there, go out and visit the patients, tell them what they need. Good for beneficial for your benefits and different things, and they're also really good for coming in, supporting patients coming into health centres if they're a bit nervous, anxious about their appointments as well. So it's quite beneficial, I quite like them.
I see patients every day, up to 25 daily. All sorts of people come through my doors looking for things, and sometimes they end an hour for things that's not clinical. It's personal. They're stuck with things, so Mary's there to help, and it's a benefit to us in our treatments. I think that Mary's a great benefit to this practice, not just to the management but also to our patients.
Well, the Connectors have actually only been in touch for about since January, I would say, since January. Now, despite all Andrew's illnesses and traumatic things, we haven't had the help or support.
Basically, the first time I went out to meet the family, and Claire explained quite a lot to me about for Andrew growing up, if he was a wee boy and all the way right through to what he is today, a 20-year-old lad. And she was saying to me that she felt really overwhelmed because there wasn't any support there put in place. And basically she had hit like a brick wall and didn't know where to turn.
The nurse had happened to say to Andrew one day, what kind of things do you have in place? What do you do with your autism at college? And Andrew says, no, I've not really got anything. And do you attend clubs or anything? No, I don't really have anything. And she says, I know of a new service, Community Connectors. And within Andrew coming home that day and telling me about it, while he was on the phone within 5 days, he was out within 2 days, and he was at a support meeting with us that was the Friday, came out on the Monday. And since the Monday, so many doors have opened possible.
I gave Autism One Stop Shop a call. They were based in Kilmarnock, And Claire, the worker there, she came out and she gave the family some very good advice and information where they could get help and support. We also spoke about SDS, self-directed support, and basically I gave Vicky Cunningham from In Control Scotland a call, and we both went out and we had a chat to the family there. But Vicky had gave the family some really good advice there on how they could go about getting self-directed support for Andrew.
He helped me successfully secure a grant for my new camera. He's done loads. He's helped us with forms, he's helped us with letters, he's came to the PIP meeting with us, and he's just been a constant source of support.
At first Andrew was really quiet and he would shy out the road, like speaking to people. After a couple of weeks of supporting him, and this is probably about maybe 8 weeks on, Andrew is absolutely well settled in there, and he's made a lot of good relationships with people there. He's just been back from a trip at the Scotland Street School, and they all says he was in his element.
And it's just somewhere else relaxed that they can go, and there's people of all ages. It's not just like Andrew's age, it's from a wee bit younger right up to, I know the man that he's quite chatty with is about 73.
Well, my journey for meeting Wally, it's been, in the very beginning me and my mum didn't know what to do. We needed help basically, and we didn't know who to turn to. And it wasn't until we went up the North West Centre. My mum got us in, one of the nurses and that got us involved into a community connector, Wally Pearson. Great guy. Really helpful. But he's managed to help us through the hardest times and get us to where we are today.
Community Connectors have been really brilliant for us. They've brought a lot of new people into our groups. A big part of what we do is trying to engage with local people and bring people, new people into community life and into community organisations. And Community Connectors have really helped by, they're kind of doing that for us in a lot of ways, bringing a lot of new people into our groups.
Speaking for myself, when I got made redundant, that was me couldn't work anymore. So I'm looking for some today, 7 days a week. Found out about the Unthank Men's Club, became a part of that, which helped me immensely. Then the choir started up, which even helped me more, helped my health and my outlook in life, because it's just an amazing club to be part of. Then we started the walking football group up, which was an even better thing, because we were involving people who weren't getting it, that could play football, coming and join the walking football, and brought in people with disabilities, brought in girls to try and give them a wee bit of entertainment again.
My name's David Reid. I'm one of the support workers here at East Ayrshire Carers Centre. The Community Connectors and ourselves tie in really well. The Connectors are based in all the GP surgeries around East Ayrshire, and it works really well because we've got premises between Kilmarnock, Cumnock and the Mellington areas, and because the Connectors are in these areas as well, it's easier for them to connect people into our service. I mean, like Citizens Advice, ourselves, the Community Connectors, Ad Action and all the other third sector organisations. I mean, everyone pulls together and does a marvellous job.
My name's Sarah Hammond and I'm the manager of East Ayrshire Citizens Advice Bureau. Citizens Advice is a charity and we cover the whole of East Ayrshire and we provide independent advice and information for members of the public, specifically with relation to issues such as benefits, debt, housing, employment and consumer issues, although it's not confined to those issues. Community Connectors, and where they're based in the doctor's surgeries, has allowed us to have a far greater reach across East Ayrshire, and the Community Connectors bring folk into the Bureau. What it has allowed us to do is to set up individual appointments for those people so they have specific times when they can attend the Bureau, and we ring fence those appointments for people coming in with the Community Connectors. Certainly from the perspective of Citizens Advice Bureau, that relationship now has actually closed the gap between ourselves and the Health and Social Care Partnership by bringing the link for health to the door of Citizens Advice, and it has been a huge asset, and certainly from the clients that we see, they've got a great appreciation for how that relationship works now. In terms of inequalities, it allows that reach for the person coming into the Community Connector to actually have a far wider influence by the link with Citizens Advice and the whole wider Citizens Advice organisation.
The time you guys have been with me and worked through my issues, you've allowed me to actually recognise my own areas of improvement. You know, my self-awareness. If I'm feeling panicky in the morning, I can let you know that I'm having a panicky day. Whereas a year ago, I would just go rant down the phone, and you'd be at the end of the conversation. So,
I mean, I had no idea that support was out there, because I just wasn't getting any help from anyone. But with your support, it's as different as day and night. I mean, you just need to look at Diane and see the change in her. This morning was the first in 10 months she actually went to the front door and did a wee walk up the road herself.
There's the waffle group on a Wednesday that, with support, I went to. There was a trip. I was the one that had to get next to kin names for all the ones that were going, contact telephone numbers. There's the Monday Club that I've been going to. It's taken me out myself, and first time I went, there was another lady there, and I was sitting in my hands, I was shaking. I just wanted to run. And that lady could actually sit there and tell me from head to toe exactly how I was feeling and what I was going through. And within half an hour, I was relaxed and quite happy to be there.
I think, you know, with Angela's support and doing the Activate course, it was a really nice sort of gentle introduction back into education, back into learning.
It's nice that these people that do these jobs can see something in the people that they're dealing with, and it's great that they can make you see that in yourself, what they see.
They put so much confidence in you and your abilities that you then start to have a wee bit of that confidence yourself. They believe in you for the word go, and that then sort of lets you believe in yourself.
It's a real privilege as a project to work on, because I do think you really see underneath, you get to the roots of some of the barriers and you understand it so much better from other people's perspectives.
Community connectors and made us able to do so much more in this community, and it is kind of at the point now where we have real momentum in terms of there's lots of things just bouncing off each other and making things happen, and lots of the people that are involved in that have come through community connectors.
They're always going to be involved with the family, and they're always going to be at the end of the phone, which is going to be fantastic for us to know that there'll always be somebody there for us.